guys, it's Hannah. So today's video is my very last wrap up of the year of 2016. It's actually 2017 right now, but I'm going to be doing my December wrap up, so yeah. 2016 has been quite a year. I started up BookTube again. I've read amazing books this year. Like, I don't think I've had one bad book that I read this year. It's been a crazy year, but also a good year reading wise. So anyway, let me just get into my December wrap up. So in the month of December, I read all amazing books. Like, they were all like A+100s. I listened to one audiobook, which that never happens. That was the first time I listened to an audiobook, and I will say that I did have trouble getting into it at first, but I came to really enjoy it, and I found that I can do a lot of other things while listening to an audiobook, which I really liked. So let me get into the books that I read in the month of December. The first book I read was The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. This book was surprisingly really good. Whenever I first started reading this, I kind of had trouble getting into it, but literally like maybe like 100 pages in, I was like, okay, I'm really digging this book. I really like it, and it was very interesting. I liked the whole like different setting of where this book takes place. It was very interesting. I just really liked it. So if you do not know what this book is about, it is about this main character lives in this kingdom where every night the king kills his wife, so he has to take a new bride every single day. Now, the main character's friend actually falls victim into being this king's bride, and of course she dies the next dawn. So our main character actually volunteers to be this king's bride, but there is a lot of secrets and a lot of things that she doesn't know, and she may actually be falling for this murderous king. And did I mention she actually lives past this dawn that he normally kills all his other brides on? So, but it was a very interesting read. Like, I already want the second book, and I liked it a lot. So the next book I read was a standalone, and that is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. This book was amazing, and not just because it was science fiction, which I absolutely love. It was just an overall really good book, like plot-wise and character-wise. It was amazing. I like absolutely loved this book. Like, normally I don't like standalones and I don't read a lot of standalones, but this one was great. So if you do not know what this book is about, it follows this main character. Her name is Nemesis. Nemesis was created in this lab to kind of be a protector of a certain person, and the person that she protects, her name is Sidonia, Donia for short. They have a very close friendship bond, and that is basically the only bond she has with like anybody, because anybody else she'll like murder. You know, we find that her parents are pretty important people in the society, and she is a very important daughter, but her parents really don't follow the rules of this kingdom. So the king actually wants to hold Sidonia hostage in his kingdom, so he calls for her to go over to where he is in the capital. Now, her parents as well as Nemesis does not think that this is a very safe idea, because they think that the king has something up his sleeve. Nemesis goes in Sidonia's place, and this book is just about Nemesis coming to terms with her feelings and just things that she didn't think that she had, like actual like feelings of like friendship and love and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting story, especially since Nemesis is such an unusual character because she does not think like a human. I actually did a review, so if you would like to see more, it is spoiler free. I will link it down below. So yeah, the next book I read this month, I'm very excited because I like absolutely loved it. Like I said, a lot of the books I read this month were amazing. So the next book I read was Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This book was so good. It was another standalone that I read, which, shocker, like I do not read standalones, but this one was so good. I really wish it wasn't a standalone because I want more in this world. Like I just need more. This is somewhat of a retelling. It is about the Queen of Hearts in the Alice in Wonderland world. So everybody knows how the Queen of Hearts is in Alice in Wonderland. This is her like before story, like before she's absolutely crazy. So yeah, like going into this book, I knew something like bad was gonna happen because I knew how the Queen of Hearts was, and like I just throughout this whole entire book I was like, please, nothing happened to her. She is so precious and I just love her. I actually like, I loved her character. She was amazing. I loved all the characters in the book. Like, this book was so good. If you do not know what Heartless is about, it is about this character. Her name is Kath, and all she wants to do is bake her little heart out, but her parents have a different thing in mind for her. They want her to do different things in life than just bake, and it leads her to going to this kind of like ball where the king is, and the king actually has eyes for our dear Kath, and that's all I'm gonna tell you because this book is just so much more than that synopsis. But like, definitely go into it with just knowing that, because I didn't really know much going into it, just that it was like the retelling of the Queen of Hearts, and I feel like I just got so much of a better experience from that. So yeah, definitely read this book. The next book that I read this month is Winter by Marissa Meyer. Again, another Marissa Meyer book. Winter is the final book in the Lunar Chronicles. It was such a good conclusion. I cried a few times, like I laughed a few times. It was just an overall wonderful ending to a series. And the last book that I read this month, I listened to it on audiobook, so I don't actually have a physical copy, and that is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. In November, I read the first book, which is An Ember in the Ashes, and that book absolutely blew me away, and I loved it so much. It just did it for me. Like, I needed the second book, so I finally was able to get to the second book this month, and it did not disappoint. It was so amazing. They had plot twists in there, and I just fell in love all over again. I don't know how many books there's gonna be. I hope there's a lot, because I absolutely love this world, and I think that there should be as much books as they can put out. So that is it for all the books that I read this month. I was supposed to read Gemina this month, but I wasn't able to get it until the end of the month, so I'm gonna kind of just push that on to next month. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. If you have read any of these books, then please let me know down below and tell me how you like it, because I would love to hear your opinions on them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!